Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Cody with Blood Money MMA Bets, and I'm here with my guest, JohnnyKpicks, for another. What's up, Johnny? For another live show of ours. We're going to be breaking down UFC 273. I'm here and giving you all our picks. Sorry, my thinking on it. But yeah, man, we'll go. It's going to be a great card. We got two title fights. We got Khamzat finally back fighting actually a tough opponent. It's going to be a super good card. There seems to be like some decent betting spots too, some good odds in this. So, want everybody too to go to Johnny K Picks page. If you're not already subscribed and liked all his stuff there, go there, subscribe to his channel, like all his stuff. He's been on a winning streak, killing it lately. So
Just been lucky.
Yeah, and he just dropped his official bets picks video last night. So everybody go check that out too. Get you some winning bets. But yeah, man, I think we just get right into it. Get right into fight number one.
UFC Columbus was cool. We went there, so that was a great night though. Like a lot of cool fights. A couple things could have went. I thought should have went the other way, but overall, can't complain.
Yeah. You know what? I actually, after a while, I thought about it, and you know what it was? On the David Dvorak fight, and what was the other one?
Was it
Askarov. Remember, dude, everybody in there for some reason was booing all the Russians and cheering whoever they were fighting for.
Yeah.
And you know, in the Kai France fight, dude, the crowd was going crazy for him.
Yeah, it was.
I think that's what got him the win. And
it was a close fight. Like, I'm not saying robbery for those two fights,
right.
But just seeing it live, and I haven't watched it back yet, but I thought that Dvorak did just enough in the third round to win, like rounds 1 and 3, and Askarov did enough in 1 and 2 to win. So, but I mean, it could go either way. But that was just my opinion.
Yeah. What about being there live for that Matt Brown fight, dude? That Matt Brown Barberena fight was crazy.
That was crazy. Yeah, that was a really good one. That was for me. That was fight of the night, and I think it ended up winning fight of the night.
Yeah. Who'd you think won? I thought Matt Brown won, to be honest.
I thought Matt Brown did too, but I didn't want to say anything. But I mean, it was so close too. Like there was a lot of really close fights, and I think the judges gave Barberena that his last like 10 seconds of just hitting Matt Brown, and Matt Brown didn't do anything, and I think that's what stole him the fight.
Yeah, man, I had a 4-leg over/under parlay, and I was 3-0 going into that. I needed the under. And them dudes were stinging each other, but they just couldn't get it done.
I could have guaranteed a finish. One of them would have finished the other, but man, they're just troopers, man.
Yeah, Matt Brown was not getting finished in Columbus, that's for sure. We got some people in the chat. We got Lay from UFC Gambling Addicts. What's up, Lay, man? Appreciate you stopping by. We got FA from Any Action Sportscast, another great YouTube channel. What's good? What's up, FA? Manny from MMA Fight Club, man. What's up, Manny? Man, I appreciate all you guys stopping by, man. Everybody go check out Manny's stuff on MMA Fight Club too for the best stats you're gonna get.
And he just posted some good interviews with some fighters.
The Jamal Hill and the other dude. Yeah, really good interviews. I can't wait to watch some more of them. Like I said, the final 10 seconds of that. Yeah.
I think that's what did it, because I thought Brown won it, but
I've been
the judges swaying that way after that 10 seconds.
I know, and then they had Matt Brown's kids coming out from the crowd to go in the ring and all that. I don't know if that people seen that on TV, but man, that was sad because I especially when it went split, I'm like, they're definitely getting, like, usually it's that home, like in London, you're gonna get some home field advantage.
You have a pre-written scorecard there, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But, that was the second best live fight I ever seen, because the first best one was the first UFC I ever went to, which was Randy Couture versus Tim Sylvia back in the day, and Tim Sylvia was supposed to just crush him, dude, and Randy Couture dropped him in like the first 30 seconds and beat him up for 5 rounds, and the crowd was going nuts. That was the biggest show in North America at that time. And then, like, they beat it in Canada with George St. Pierre. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody stopping by. That's awesome to get these guys in here, especially Lay, MMA Fight Club, FA, man. I still gotta go check out a couple of videos. So, but yeah, man, let's get into it.
Let's go.
I might have these in a little different order, as usual.
That's fine. Yeah, just let me know which one, and I'll move around.
Okay. Fight number 1 that I have wrote down is in the women's strawweight division. I had Pierre Rodriguez versus K Hanson.
Okay.
I'll let you start this one off.
Well, I got Rodriguez in this one. I mean, I'm just gonna be real blunt with this one. I don't trust Hanson one bit. I know she fought Jetta Vicious, and Jetta Vicious was way bigger and it was the upper division. She didn't look that great, so I'll give her a pass. But I go back to the McKenna fight, and I don't think she looked that good against McKenna either. And I know it was close, but I thought McKenna did win that one too. But I don't know. I think she needs to fine tune her skills with the grappling. I think a little bit more. She does have decent striking, but I don't think it's quite there yet. I know she's super young, like I said. But I mean, there's time for her to grow. But I think Rodriguez is really good. I know this is her UFC debut, but she has very good striking. She's a finisher, which is not too many in the strawweight division, and she did show off her wrestling in her Dana White Contender Series win. So she can wrestle. I mean, it might not be the best wrestling in the division, but she showed you that she can take you down and stay on top control and stay safe. So. I wouldn't suggest her doing that by any means. I would suggest keeping this fight on the feet, so that way I think she'll piece up Hanson all day. So that's why I like Rodriguez. I don't see a finish per se because Hanson's pretty tough actually. So
yeah,
I can see a pretty like 29-28 decision.
Yep. Yeah, you got a bet on it.
You know, I was like this close, but my heart was like, you know what? It's women's MMA. Anything. Right. So I'm like, not this one. So
right.
And I missed the line. I saw it. Like, I know you got a really good line on this, and I saw that line, but I was like this close in that, like then, but now it's like, nah, I'm not touching it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, man, I got it at plus 135 because I'm with you. I'm with FA, man. I just really don't think K Hanson's like, she's good, you know, she's like decent, but she's not really good. But she's like for Invicta, like she's not.
Yeah, it's like she's not ready for the UFC yet.
She's only 22. Yeah, she's super young. And she's 7-5, really could be 6-6. That Jimmy Frey, she pulled off that armbar last night, where she was getting beat in that fight. Like I had her getting, she was down. I thought she was down 2-0 in that fight before she caught that armbar. Rodriguez, I know a lot of people do talk about how tough her fight was on the Dana White's Contender Series, but man, that girl's tough that she fought. That girl's already picked up another win since then. She had 4 finishes in a row before that. That Machado girl, I think, would dust K Hanson too. K Hanson, like she's got good BJJ even off her back, but she don't have the wrestling to get it there. Like she doesn't have no wrestling background. She wrestled in college, high school, and none of that. But she's got a decent clinch. And she's got like decent in close striking. Like she can throw like little dirty boxing, but there's not really much I like about her game other than her jiu-jitsu, you know. And if most times she can't even get the fight to the ground. And this Pierre Rodriguez, man, if you watch her, dude, she's a beast. I watched her fight this Russian girl that's like 17-6 or 15-6 or something. And she was able to stop all her takedowns, and she showed great because that girl had like 8 first-round finishes by armbar, and she showed great fight IQ by just standing up, you know, telling her to get up and beat her up standing up real good. She's got real good striking. Was beating her up standing up, and then by like the 4th round, then she took her down and beat and finished her on the ground. But I like her, man. She's really tough. She's really aggressive. She's gonna have the way better striking, in my opinion. She's undefeated. She don't know how to lose. K Hanson 7-5. Like she knows how to lose. When things start getting tough, I just don't think that she's gonna be able to just pull it off. I think like I said, I got her at plus 135. It could be like you said, one of them 29-28s, but I just think Rodriguez is the better fighter. I really do. As long as she doesn't get caught, I definitely think that she's going to get the win. She could even get stopped, K Hanson, but I'm not sure, man.
Yeah.
So you team up. But
I mean, if you like Hanson here, I mean, the sub prop is probably the way to go. I mean, I don't think Hanson's going to win a decision, and she's definitely not going to be able to knock out Rodriguez. So, I mean, if you want to bet Hanson, throw like a half a unit on the sub. I don't know what the odds. It's probably like plus 300 maybe or something. I don't know.
Right, because I don't know how many rounds she's ever won in the UFC. Like I said, even against Jimmy Frey, the only fight she won, she caught a lucky armbar. But yeah, I got Pierre as I'm gonna take her say by decision. I got 1.75 units to win 2.35. I mean, I put that in like March 8th. When I seen that, I almost didn't care who it was, but I knew Rodriguez was good. But like K Hanson, she's not good, dude. So
I mean, and I think she can be good. She just needs to, maybe drop down to a different promotion or something.
Get some more experience. She's 22. That's so young to be in the UFC, man. Any of these, like Aaron Blanchfield's a beast, but I mean, a lot of people they ruined by doing that. Like Sage Northcutt, he could have been way better, but they're putting him in there when they're so young, and then they put him up against experienced people that just end up beating them down.
Yeah. Hanson, the Hanson submission prop is plus 400. So I mean, if you want to take a shot, I think that's the best shot of for Hanson to win.
Right. FA, he's saying that if she loses, she's gonna get cut. So that will make her fight tough for this fight. And she came back down to 115, but like not the same thing. Like last time they said before she fought, like I don't want to sound mean or nothing, but they said that she was having like mental problems too, like stuff before she fought at 125, something like some type of issue. So
okay.
Oh, man.
I mean, you know, we don't know what they got going on in their real lives, you know what I mean? So I mean, that could play a big part, especially mental stuff.
Oh yeah, my boy Mike Martin, he's on K's OnlyFans. He's always checking out her toes and stuff. Mike did say we do fall for the unproven prospects, but yeah, but like to me, K Hanson's proven to not be good. She's like proven, even though Rodriguez is on. He said that I'm OnlyFans for life. Fade and K, that's kind of what I did here. It's kind of like there's just a couple fighters like that. He said, hey, Parmesan. So yeah, man, we both got
I was gonna say this is more of like a kind of like you said, like a fade, but I like Rodriguez. I think she's pretty good.
No, she's gonna be good in the UFC. She's super tough and aggressive, and her boxing looks good. She's pretty big and physical. I mean, she's only got an inch of height and half an inch of reach, but with girls, that's kind of big. You know what I mean? Because it definitely can't hurt. So give me the undefeated fighter for sure, man. I like that. So all right, so we got this. This is gonna be a good one. This has been some discussion on this. Fight number 2 that I got wrote down: Vince Pichel versus Mark Madsen. It's a great fight to break down on both sides. I still don't have a bet on it yet, but I might end up going to the casino tomorrow or Friday night. But I like Vince Pichel here. I like him because he's tough. He's tough as nails, dude. Like the guy ain't gonna quit. He goes to the body a lot. He rips with knees to the body in the clinch. He's constantly punching to the body. He can be taken down. He's got a terrible takedown percentage, but if you see who he's fighting, like Gregor Gillespie, he lands 8 takedowns on everybody. The other dude he lost to, that Rustam, the Russian dude, one of Khabib's boys, that dude was taken down. He's fought some really good wrestlers, but like Gregor Gillespie and Mark Madsen wrestle different because Mark Madsen's a Greco-Roman wrestler, so he wants to grab you, out physical you and throw you, and where Gregor Gillespie's more shooting in, he's getting in on your legs and stuff. So that's like kind of better wrestling than MMA. But Vince Pichel, man, he can be taken down, but he's got a really good get-up game. He's got really good jiu-jitsu, like you said against Jim Miller. Like he rolled around with him for 3 rounds, and Jim Miller is as dangerous as they come. And Jim Miller actually looked really good with really good cardio in that fight. And I like Mark Madsen. He's a little older with Pichel. I think they're both around like 37. I think maybe Pichel might be a year 38 or something. But Pichel he's going to be 2 inches taller, so he's going to be a little bigger. Because like you seen last fight, Madsen had a little size advantage on Clay Guida. So I think that helped him. But I think Madsen in that first round, I mean, if he stands with Vince, he's going to get beat up. So he's going to have to shoot the takedowns. Then I feel like in the first round, he's going to shoot them takedowns. He's going to land a couple, but Vince makes you work, man. He makes you work, and he's going to get up, and he might even land a reversal or 2. And I just don't think by the second round, I don't think Madsen's going to be able to land them takedowns and hold them down, because he's literally going to have to hold Pichel down for all 3 rounds in order to win. And he doesn't have the BJJ to back up his wrestling, in my opinion. So, and I think Vince is going to have the power advantage and a pretty big striking advantage standing. So, he's a junkyard dog with great cardio. Give me Vince. I don't know if he'll finish him, but maybe like he'll probably lose that first round. He's going to get wrestled. But then, and you've seen too with Mark Madsen against like Austin Hubbard. By that 3rd round of wrestling Austin Hubbard and trying to hold him down, he gassed himself so bad. If Austin Hubbard had like 40 more seconds, he was going to finish Mark Madsen in that fight. So in Vince Pichel, you've seen he was beating up Austin Hubbard. It was a good fight, but Pichel definitely was hitting harder than him straight. So I think that's what's going to happen. I've seen the line keeps coming down, so people are liking Madsen. I see why, especially as the undefeated underdog with that great wrestling. But if he had good BJJ, I'd be on. Go ahead.
Yep, I got Madsen here. I got him early too. I got him at plus 130.
Oh, that's a good line.
Everything like you said, like I mean, you said everything right. But I just think his wrestling is that good or is good enough to keep him down. Especially in the first and second round. The third round, like you said, he does tend to gas a bit, and I do know, and that's going to be a little bit worrisome in the third round. But I think he's going to be able to do enough wrestling. He is a decent striker. I wouldn't say he's as good or better than Pichel, though. But I think he can hold his own if, like, maybe early in the fight or even later in the fight if he doesn't want to go for the wrestling anymore, if he gasses out in third. But I just think his wrestling is and takedowns are going to be too much. I know Pichel, like you said, he does get up. He doesn't like to be on his back. He doesn't accept it. But I think I just see it a little bit differently, I guess, if you want to say. I think Madsen can get it done in at least the first 2 rounds. And he may kind of take it easy in the third, just play it safe because he has 2 rounds banked. But I think he's going to do enough just to get the win, though. But either way, it's going to be a close fight. I just like the underdog at that plus money. There's a clear path to victory for Madsen for me, and that's just to wrestle and take him down. And he could do it very easily. And I think I said in one of my videos, I think a 50% cardio Madsen can still take down 100% Pichel. So that's just
right. No, man. Especially the odds you got him at plus 130, dude, is good. That's
and then,
good odds.
Like you said, more money still coming in on him. So people are just starting to join the bandwagon, I guess, if you want to say. But I mean, it's going to be close. And if you're on Pichel, just wait for that line to get to close, like even money, and then jump on it.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly what you should do.
That's what we did for like Dvorak and what was it, Batgirl, and then it didn't work out. But I mean, that was the right bet, though.
Dude, that's the second time I've lost a decent amount of money on a spinning back fist recently, and both of them, 2 of them. One was Batgirl, the other one was Koji. What the heck's his name? Pettis spinning back fist him. And he was Koji Horiguchi or whatever, dude. And he was winning all 4. He was winning every second of that fight in the middle of the 4th.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see for Madsen though. He's at Fight Ready, and I don't remember if he was at Fight Ready the match or the fight before this one. Do you know offhand?
Guida? No, I can't remember, but I also know.
I know he's at Fight Ready now, so I don't know. Maybe that he can work on his wrestling a little bit more. Maybe get his conditioning and strength up a little bit.
Madsen, you said there?
Yeah, Madsen's there now.
Yeah, and I heard too he had a big bout with COVID too before that last fight with Clay Guida too. But that's what I said.
That kills. I mean, look at Amanda Nunes. I mean,
it says that's why he didn't really try to wrestle much against Clay Guida and stuff. So
that makes
be a big thing. But Mike Martin said, "Let's go from hell." Even though you're cringe to listen to. FA said, I just can't put money on a guy with gas tank issues versus a more experienced fighter. You know? Yep. Madsen slowed down so fast. It's mad. Yeah. This looks like he's doing a hard time. Give you the invite. Real News MA, what's up, man? Thank you for joining us.
Real?
Yeah, Vince has had trouble against wrestlers, and Madsen is a great wrestler to the highest order, man. Thanks, man. Real News MMA. Thanks for coming here, man. Commenting, joining us, having a good time. Yeah. So yeah, man, that's that. You got great points. I feel like I had great points, man. That's a tough fight to call, but when it's like that, it's like you said, that underdog money looks nice. So
I think it's. I don't want to say it's a coin flip fight. I think Madsen does slightly edge, but I mean, it can go either way. There's points being made for both fighters here, like solid points that each fighter can win it if they implement their game plan. Let's put it that way.
Right. If Madsen's gas tank holds up, because he's gonna have to wrestle, I think, because Vince Pichel.
Yeah, he's gonna have to wrestle early.
Yeah, he's gonna win if his gas tank can, which I think he knows what he's getting into. Too, you know what I mean? He knows Vince, because like, dude, Vince Pichel's like a Darren Elkins and them Junkyard Dogs. He's like Michael Bisping. I don't know, dude. Real quick, has anybody seen that Michael Bisping documentary yet? Dude, it is awesome. Me and my girl watched it on Saturday night, and it's like almost 2 hours, dude. Michael Bisping's a legend. Like, I always liked Bisping. He's always been a legend. But when you watch that and see, man, dude, he's a beast, dude. All the stuff he did with only one eye and all that. It's really good. But all right, man. We'll get to fight number 3. I have it in the men's bantamweight division. We got Julio Arce versus Daniel Santos. You want to start this one?
Yeah, I can do it. I like Arce here. I think both guys have pretty good striking, but I think Arce is a little bit more technical with his striking. I know. I would say wrestling edge too. I know Arce. I would say I would give it to Arce, but I know he doesn't really wrestle that much, but he does go for takedowns every now and then. But I think that's something he can keep in his back pocket if the fight's like super close and he wants to steal around or something like that. But Santos is a little bit of an unknown for me. I tried to do a little bit of research on him, but like I didn't really get too much. But like I said, I know he's a pretty decent striker. He's a little wild, but he does have some like decent power in KOs and stuff like that. But this is going to be his debut against a really tough guy. But the one thing too that I kind of have a little red flag for me would be the Arce just fought recently against what's his name? Shoot, let me look this up. I can't remember. Oh, Yasong Dong or Yadong Song, and he got obliterated with a KO. So I'm a little worried about. I was just saying I'm a little worried about Arce's chin because he's coming back from like 4 or 5 months, and I don't know if it's going to hold up if he gets hit super clean or if he doesn't see one coming. But I like Arce here though. Other than that little red flag for me, so I could see it going to decision. But I wouldn't be surprised by like an Arce knockout.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. Yeah, man. Julio Arce, he looked good. Dropping down to 135 in his first fight when he beat Andre Ewell down. Because I mean, he's fighting at 145 most of his career, and he's fighting tough dudes like going split decision with Kima Dawoodu. Just had a lot of close fights at 145. Looks good at 135. Of course, the fight with Song Yadong didn't look good. He's a beast. I'm with you though, like that coming back after 5 months. That was a pretty big knockout loss he had. Yeah. I think that's probably the first knockout loss he had of his career. I know Kelleher beat him twice and it was like a submission and stuff, but yeah, that was a pretty big knockout to come back pretty early. He has really good boxing. Arce has really good boxing. He's really well rounded everywhere. But I mean, like decent grappling and offensive, defensive wrestling. I like his boxing. He throws power in a lot of kicks and punches. Likes a good offensive and defensive grappling. Has KO power in his hands. You've seen him beat down Andre Ewell with the boxing. He has KO power in his legs. Seen him knock out Julian Erosa late in the third in a really close fight. Yeah, man. Daniel Santos. I was watching. He said Song Yadong. I was watching a lot of Daniel Santos tape. There's like a lot of tape out there, and the dude's actually really good, man. He's really explosive. He has 3 spinning KOs. One's a spinning elbow, one's a spinning kick to the body, and one was a spinning, just a spinning kick. So like the dude's super dangerous. He has good boxing and setting up his strikes with a stiff jab. Setting up his stuff with the stiff jab. He's got pretty good takedown defense, and he's got decent offensive grappling himself. He's got pretty good BJJ, and he's got a good get-up game. I've seen that in a couple of his fights. He's got good clinch with good knees in close. And he's fighting out of Shudo box, so you know he's going to be super aggressive, and he is super aggressive. Like I said, he's throwing all that spinning shit. Got some good KOs with it, and he's constantly moving forward with aggression. And I like all of that, but this is too much to come into your UFC debut and come in and have to fight Julio Arce, who's really good, really well-rounded, super experienced. He's got 22 fights, 17-5 is a great record. So I'm definitely going to take Arce. I don't think he's going to finish him because Daniel Santos is 10-1. His only loss is to a split decision to like a good Russian dude. So I don't think Arce is going to finish him, but I think it's going to be a real close fight. I don't know if he should be plus 160. I got no bet on it, but I'm going to take Arce by decision. I don't think he finishes him in a really good fight. This is going to be an explosive fight because all our Julio Arce's fights are really good like that. Because he throws heat and everything he throws, and he leaves himself open a little bit to be touched too. So, yeah, man, I'm gonna go with Julio, and but I'm gonna say, dude, watch out for Santos in the future. I think he's gonna be real good in the UFC.
Yeah, I think I got Arce in like a 2-fighter parlay. I can't remember what the other leg is, but I just threw him in there it might have been like the over.
One second, Johnny. Can anybody else hear Johnny's microphone? Does it sound messed up to them too?
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Okay, maybe my plug wasn't in all the way.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, I hear you good.
Okay. But yeah, I got Arce in like a 2-fighter parlay, so I don't remember exactly what the other leg is, but I think Arce does get the job done by decision. And like you said, it's going to be a little bit closer than the line says, I think. But I think he's still going to be able to get the job done.
Yep, me too. But great fight. That's a sleeper for like a fight of the night fight because both of them do super aggressive and all that. I'm looking forward to it. Okay. Yeah, I don't have any bets on that. Like I said, aggressive BJ got me interested in Arce now. But all right, we'll move on to fight number 4. I got this in the men's welterweight division. I got Mickey Gall versus Mike Malott. This should be a pretty good fight. We got to see. I tried to watch video on Mike Malott, and I did. He's only fought twice in 5 years, and both of them fights were pretty quick finishes. First fight back after like 3 or 4 years, he fought Solomon Renfro. Solomon Renfro did what he was supposed to do and came out and just got all over Malott and was just throwing haymakers, and it looked like Malott had fought in 3 years. Was taking some shots. He even got dropped. Got back up, took a couple more shots, and then went and hit him with a straight right and dropped him and then choked him out real quick. He's real opportunistic with his submissions. Before that, he was fighting down at 145, and I mean he's got his only loss is a TKO loss to Akeem Adawadu because they're both from Canada and they're both like the top prospects from there. But I think now that he's came back and that he's fighting at his natural weight class at 170 because he's a big dude. I mean he's 6'1". It's helping him a lot. He's got decent striking with good power. Like I said, really opportunistic finishes. He's got a good overhand and straight right. That's where he's going to get most of his. That's where he stopped. Solomon Renfro hurt him. Really good guillotine, a rear naked choke. You seen on Ultimate or Dana White Contender Series, snatched that guillotine up in like 30 seconds. That's why it's kind of tough to gauge where he's at because both his finishes have been quick and look good. But Mickey Gall, I mean, he's good, you know, constant professional, been in the UFC since like his second fight. He looks good some fights, he looks bad some fights. Some fights his striking looks really good, and then the people take him down, his jiu-jitsu don't look that great. He's a jiu-jitsu guy, and then sometimes his striking looks terrible, and then his jiu-jitsu looks a little better. I really don't like him because the fact that he tends to gas. It seems like he goes kind of hard in that first round, with striking, kicks, all that grappling, and then tends to slow down. We've seen even against like Mike Perry. He's piecing up Mike Perry, standing up and just throwing so much stuff, and then ended up getting grounded out the second and third. And with Diego Sanchez, if you even go back to watch that fight, he was beating the shit out of Diego in that first round, had him hurt, and like 4 minutes in, he already started to gas. And I actually won a lot of money on DraftKings that night. That was when I was playing that more because I had Diego as a huge underdog, and it was on the same night that I had Kamaru Usman as a huge underdog against Tyron Woodley. So I ended up winning a bunch. But yeah, man, in this fight, give him Malott. I think Malott's going to throw more power, more precision on the feet. He's got pretty good striking. I think if there's going to be takedowns, it looks like he's going to be the one landing them. And I don't know if he's going to finish Mickey Gall. Mickey Gall has been pretty historically tough unless he completely gasses out. So give me Mike Malott. I'm going to take him by decision. I actually have a bet. I have 1.1 units to win 0.7 on him. I had him on a parlay with I don't have my thing. I had him on a parlay with Dricus Duplessis when he was fighting like Anthony Hernandez, and that fell off, so it just became a straight bet on Mike Malott. But yeah, man, so that's what I like. Who you got, Johnny?
I got Malott as well. I like his striking way better than Gall's, like you said. I think it's way more technical, and like Gall's striking to me is very, very, very poor. The BJJ department, though, they're both. I would give them. It's pretty close. Maybe Gall edges it a little bit here, but if I was Malott, though, I would showcase my striking in this matchup because I think that's going to be his easiest path to victory. And I can actually see him getting the knockout. He does have pretty good power in his hands, and Gall is pretty hittable. I think he averages about like 4 strikes a door per minute, and his defense is only like 49%. So really not that great. And they're pretty much the same size. So I think Gall might have a slight inch advantage, like a height, but one in height, one in reach. Yeah. So I think, if they keep it on the feet and Malott can even catch him, like, you can just get like a club and stuff. Cause he's, like you said, he's really slick with submissions and guillotines. He can wrap it up real quick when Gall's not paying attention, and then it's game over. But, I don't have a bet on this one. I think I was going to pull the trigger on Malott, but I don't like the line. I think it's going to be a little bit closer than it looks too for this one too.
Yeah, I got him at minus 160.
See, I would have pulled the trigger on that. Like I saw like minus 180, 190, 200. I'm like,
Right. I had him and Dricus at both minus 160. And before that Anthony Hernandez fight got canceled, Dricus was minus like 200.
Yeah, I got Dricus at like 170, I think, but until it got canceled.
Yeah. That sucks, man.
Another bet that I was kind of looking at maybe was the under in this fight. I don't remember if it's 1.5 or 2.5, but I think that could be a solid play.
Right. Yeah.
Or even might go the distance.
Yeah, because even I don't want. Like I said, I bet a lot, but Mickey Gall's got opportunistic submissions too, and he's got a little bit of power. And you never know. Like I've seen Solomon Renfro drop on a lot. It seemed like he came out a little slow striking in that, but once he started warming up, he's got good striking. I mean, the kid's good. Him. So we both got Malott in that one. Should be a good fight though. Fight number 5 in the men. Mike said Mickey Gall gets CM Punk and no respect ever again. And then all right, so we'll go to fight number 5. It's in the men's heavyweight division. Jaren Rosenstruck versus Marcin Tavora. Unless you start this one off.
I got Rosenstroke in this one. I do see why people like Tavora though, just because like he's more well-rounded. He has decent striking. He has decent wrestling. His BJJ is decent as well. But man, Rosenstroke's striking is going to be, and power especially, is going to be. I think it's going to be too much for Tavora in the end. And honestly, like I know Rosenstroke's takedown defense is only like 75%. That might not look that great, but the people that he was getting taken, like that were taking him down, were like the best wrestlers in the heavyweight division. Like Tavora is not even close to them. So I don't even know if he's like Tavora is going to be able to get down Rosenstroke, and I don't even know if it's going to be a good idea because that might tucker out Tavora in the first round. And I know in his last fight against Volkov, like he looked gassed after the first round, and they just stood on their feet. Like, but he did try to take down Volkov like 10 times and had no success. So look at it from that perspective. Like he tries for takedowns like he should, but he just doesn't like execute. And if that's the case, like I like Rosenstroke all day here. And I think eventually, I don't think it's going to be in the first round, but maybe in the second or third round, Rosenstroke is going to land that power punch and knock him out because Tavora does get hurt a lot in his fights.
Yeah. I'm with you. Tavora, like he's got decent wrestling and a good BJJ for a big guy when they get to the ground, but he doesn't, like you said with Volkov, it's hard. He can get lower level dudes to the ground pretty easily, but when he's fighting these better guys, it's hard for him to get the fight to the ground. And his striking's decent. Like he's well rounded, but like you said, he's not going to be able to strike with Jaren Rosenstruck. Most of Tavora's losses are to big power punchers like this that he couldn't get to the ground. Even seen his fight with Greg Hardy. Like he was actually I had a big bet on him. He was actually getting pieced up a little bit in that first round standing. He couldn't get the fight to the ground. I don't even know if he was trying to get the fight to the ground. Yeah, and if he does that and gets touched by the same punches he was getting touched by Hardy with by Rosenstroke, he's definitely going to sleep. I definitely I got Rosenstroke. I'm with you. I think that Tavora, it's because Rosenstroke's slower too, like lower output. I think in that first round he's going to be waiting for waiting for the takedown, stuff that, throw a couple punches. I'm thinking Jaren Rosenstruck second round KO too. And it could be a good fight, but it's like you said, even if Tavora gets a takedown, Rosenstruck's really good at exploding back up. He did it with Curtis Blades, did it with Alistair Overeem. He's done it with a lot of people. And
he stays safe when he's on his back. He doesn't take too much damage.
Yeah, and I think it's just like you said, one good shot from Rosenstruck and Tavora is going to go down. So yeah, I got Rosenstruck second round TKO too.
Yep.
No bet on it though. I didn't bet on these ones this week.
I got Rosenstroke in a parlay. I think I threw Jan in it too, just to make it plus money.
Yeah, the UFC leg from LA. He said the more I think about it, the more the fight I see Rosenstruck dropping Tavora.
I was gonna say Rosenstroke might lose the first round. Like Tavora might look good in the first round, but I think in the second round, that's when Rosenstroke is going to start turning it up a bit with his striking. And that's when he's going to get the knockout when Tavora is gassed. Right.
Rosenstruck is the guy, not giving up size for once. He's going to two-piece the guy. Tavora is, I guess this gloop in real Bandera.
That's a low blow, and I am not a Bandera fan, and we're gonna get to that in a little bit.
Not better. What's up, man? Thanks for joining the live, bro. He said he's on Tavora. Smoke break.
I can see why. But I like the power. Can't in the heavyweight division. Power is key.
Yeah, and to be honest, I mean, Rosenstroke, like Curtis Blades is going like life and death with him. Like that was a good fight all the way coming down to the third round, you know. And Blades is way better than Tavora, in my opinion. Tavora is good. He's top 7, but every time he really steps up in competition is when he really gets beat. So yeah, give me that. Rosenstroke, gambling addicts, Jared Bandera. I believe in you, Jared, man. Let's see. Yeah, Lay's taking Bandera. I'm actually rolling with that too because I mean. Yeah, we'll see coming up. Bandera's a black belt. I'm not betting it, but I'm not. Yeah, because I wouldn't bet that fight, but I just feel like Olynyk. We're about to get to it. We're about to get to it. So in that fight, we both got Rosenstroke. Everybody else seems to have Rosenstroke, and then except for Boutbetter. And I'm gonna have to go watch his see if he did a breakdown. I know he said he wasn't doing one last week, so I'm gonna go check it out for this week. But yeah, man. All right, so the next fight I got is going to be the 6th fight, and it's going to be Ian Gary versus Darian Weeks. I can't remember who started the last one. You?
I think I did. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. In this fight, man, this is going to be a super good fight versus really good up and coming prospects, man. Both these guys are really good from what I've seen in all their tape. Ian Gary is 8-0. The dude's striking is awesome. He's got really good movement, speed, and head movement. So like he's moving with his body, like he's got really good striking. Like he's had been striking his whole life, training in some sort. He's got a really fast left head kick and a really powerful right head kick. Like he can throw up that lead leg kick quick. You've seen he's got really fast hands. You've seen he was kind of getting pieced up. Could have been his debut. Little jitters. Like it's not like he was getting hurt, but he was just getting touched by Jordan Williams. So Jordan Williams always comes out fast. So I mean that I'm not really taking much stock in that, and he did what he's supposed to do by finishing him. He's got a really powerful straight and overhand right. That's where he's going to do most of his damage with his hands. Another thing I like about him is he's got a really good clinch. Like he said, he's improved his game. He wants to be able to take people down and beat them up too, which he's got pretty good jiu-jitsu and all that. But I like his clinch. When he gets clinched, control up against the cage, he puts his head in all the right spots. He's constantly putting pressure on guys. I like all that. Like I said, good offensive, defensive grappling and power, KO power in his hands and his feet. He's got a pretty nice little amateur record too. But yeah, he's a big favorite in this fight. And he's huge too for welterweight. He's 6'3" with the 74-inch reach, where Weeks is only 5'11" with the 72-inch reach. But Darian Weeks, he's 5-1. He was 5-0 before he came into the UFC, but he came in on like a week or two notice, fought Brian Barberina, which is a tough out. So he's only 5-0 fighting Barberina. But as an amateur, I believe he was 17-4 because it comes out that he would be like 20-5 right now with his amateur and pro record. He's got good wrestling. He's a lifelong wrestler. He's got pretty good hands. His legs, he's got really good dexterity in his legs. Like he throws a lot of push and front kicks. And I thought against Barberina that was actually he was on short notice. He was going to slow down a lot in the third, and he really didn't slow down that much, man. The dude, he seems good. Like he seems really well rounded. I thought he kind of could have won that fight against Barberina. He landed some takedowns in there. Barberina was able to get up, but I think he didn't want to wrestle as much because he was on short notice. But in this fight, I think that he's going to be able to, in the first round, wrestle. I think he's going to be able to protect himself. He's only been finished one time, and as amateurs, it was because of kind of doctor stoppage. He's got good body lock, trip takedowns, good with hands, and he has actually some pro boxing experience. Has good cardio and seems to be really tough, which I like that. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to take Ian Gary by decision because I do think in the end he's going to land like the harder shots and stuff. But I bet the over 1.5 rounds because both these dudes are super durable. Neither one's ever been finished in their pro or amateur career. I think Darian Weeks is going to use some grappling in that first round. I think he'd probably be able to land a takedown or two. He's not going to get no finish or nothing, but that just chew up the clock a little bit. And he took some good shots against Barberina on short notice. A lot of body work too. He's getting hit to the body, and his leg got beat up. He fought through all that. So I'm gonna take Ian Gary by decision, but I bet the over 1.5 rounds and I have 1.8 years to win one. So who you like, Johnny?
Yeah, I got Ian Gary here, but like you said, I think this fight's going to be a lot closer than the line says. I I think Gary's going to win by decision as well. I don't see a knockout. If anything, it might be like a club and sub, maybe late in the third round. But man, like you said, Gary's a good striker. Like he has good counters. Like he countered Jordan Williams, and that was like a brilliant shot by him.
Yeah.
But he did get pieced up a little bit by Williams. That kind of like scares me a little bit. I'm like, ugh, because Williams probably shouldn't be in the UFC. Let's be honest, but. I mean, like you said, it could have been the UFC debut jitters, like everyone usually has. But Darren Weeks though, like he looked really good for a short notice fight against Barberena, like you said. I wish he would have shown his wrestling a little bit more in that fight, but like you said, short notice. He probably didn't want to gas out, but his cardio looked really good though, and I was kind of impressed with his cardio. So. For me, I think this fight's going to look a lot different than people think. I think a lot of people think Gary's going to come in and steamroll him, but I don't think that whatsoever. I think it's going to be a really good fight. It's going to be good. It's like a wrestler showdown here, and I can see Weeks winning maybe the first round just by takedowns, but I think Gary will eventually start taking over as the fight goes on and probably win a really close decision, maybe even split decision. That's what I predict. But I mean, would I be shocked if Gary knocked him out? No, because he does have the talent. The talent is there.
Right.
He's super young, and this is his second fight, but Weeks is going to be a tough test for him.
For sure. Yeah, I think Weeks is going to be in the UFC for a while. He reminds me not just how he looks too, kind of looks like, but like a Max Griffin. He's pretty well-rounded. He throws good striking. He seems really tough because, like I said, man, if you watch the Barberena fight, Barberena beat up his legs. He beat up his body really good, and he's on short notice, and he survived all that and was fighting deep into the third. So, yeah, man, I like both these guys. I'm going to take Gary because he does have the better striking, and I believe that he'll be able to stop the takedowns by like the second or third, by the second. Right. So
that's exactly what I think too. And I actually took the over as well. I think that's in my Arce parlay.
Okay, Arce, that's a good parlay.
Yeah.
Nice parlay. Let's see. So next fight we have in the women's bantamweight, we got Aspen Ladd versus Raquel Pennington. Who you got here?
All right. So in this fight, I'm gonna go with Pennington, and I know it's kind of like a short notice fight for her as well, but honestly, that does not worry me one bit because usually Pennington has good cardio in the first place. And I bet you she was training with Torres her whole camp. So I'm sure she's ready to fight. And I just think she's going to be a little bit bigger than Ladd. I think she's going to be a little bit stronger. She's going to have the better striking by far. And as long as Pennington can stay on her feet and maybe just push Ladd up against the cage, which I think that's what Pennington does very well, is her like clinch work against the cage.
Yeah.
Just use her knees and use her elbows. Like that's when she's doing good. And I just think that's what's going to happen this whole fight. I know Ladd did not look good against Norma Dumont, and I think Pennington's better than Norma Dumont. So I don't know how she's going to be able to win this fight. And I know she was on like a 2-year layoff before that fight, but I just don't think like 5 months is going to be enough time to fight someone better than Norma Dumont. And Norma Dumont fight was 5 rounds too. So I just don't see how she wins this one. I like Pennington here to win by decision. I don't see a knockout or submission by any means, but I like Pennington.
Yeah, I'm on Ladd this week. I haven't better. I want to better.
Yeah.
Like what Bout Better said, he said Pennington can't wrestle. Pennington, she's always had good cardio. She's coming in on like a week and a half notice. Her wife Tisha Torres is fighting on this card, so I'm sure she's been working hard to keep her up. So, and there's a couple of other girl fights coming up too, so I'm sure she's just been ready for a call or something. Mm-hmm. But like if you watched her last fight with Macy Chiasson with Pennington, Macy Chiasson actually came in on short notice in that fight. She was able to land takedowns, or at least one takedown on Pennington in the first round, maybe 2. And I was watching some other fights where Pennington, she's like you said, she's got an excellent clinch. She's got a good clinch. She's super strong. She's got good striking out of the clinch, but that's like one of Aspen Ladd's better games too. She's got a really good clinch, and she's got really good body locks and stuff out of the clinch. Like when she wrestles, she's real. She's got good wrestling. She's got real good clinch, and she's got good takedowns. And like she lost that last fight. Norma Dumont's actually pretty good, and then they fought that up at 145 too. Yeah. And it was like a short notice, weird fight kind of thing. But and she came off that long notice or long layoff because she like blew out her ACL. But I just don't like the short notice for Pennington. I think that Aspen Ladd, because Aspen Ladd's a big girl too. Like she's an inch shorter than Pennington, but she's a thick girl for the women's division. She's super aggressive, and I feel like if she can land takedowns, which I think she's going to be able to land takedowns in that first and second, that she can secure the rounds. And she's never had a cardio issue. And Aspen Ladd, when she's got good jiu-jitsu, and when she gets on top of you, she's throwing she's throwing heat too. She remember with versus Anna Kayanskova, she's like went totally crazy and was just screaming like just bobbing. But yeah, man, I don't like because I like Pennington. I bet her a bunch of fights. I bet her against Chase Allen and all that. But I just don't like her on short notice against somebody like Ladd, dude. Who unless Ladd comes out and fights like she did against Dumont, where she wasn't throwing no punches for the first 3 rounds, which is weird because usually, like I said, she's super aggressive, man. Yeah. She was off for 2 years. Norma Dumont's actually pretty good, but I didn't bet this, but I think because if you think about it, before Aspen Ladd took that, she was a favorite over Jermaine Duran to me. You know, she's 9-2. She was 9-0. She went into that fight and got dropped. Maybe she was 8-0 at that time. Got dropped with that weird punch. I mean, she was probably still going to get beat because Jermaine Duran, he's tough. But before that, she was like -300 to a lot of fighters. So I don't know. I don't think she should be this much of an underdog, especially her on a full camp. So give me Ladd. I'm going to take her by decision. I think it's going to be because of the wrestling. Because Pennington's going to have better striking, in my opinion. Yeah. Ladd's got serviceable striking. So, I mean, she dropped Konoskova and ended up choking her out. So, but or TKO or one or the other. But yeah, man, give me Aspen Ladd. So kind of got a little disagreement on this. You said, did you have a bet on Pennington?
I did. I had her with Duplessis parlay, and then it got voided out. So it's just a straight bet with Pennington. And I'm like deciding back and forth if I should add like one more unit just to make it just
even.
Yeah, even. But I'm like, it might be a closer fight than I want it to be to add another unit, one of those things. So I think I'm just going to keep it the way it is. But just to piggyback on what you were saying, like another good thing to do for the weigh-ins for this fight is to watch Ladd because she has trouble making that 135, and like you said, the last fight she fought was 145. So she might look a little sucked out, and that could play a big part in this fight.
Yeah.
So if you're kind of sketchy on this fight and you haven't bet it yet, and you kind of want to like wait for the weigh-ins and see how Ladd looks.
I'm sure the over is huge, but I would like that too. Both these girls are pretty durable. I don't see and a lot of like, I mean, Pennington has a lot of losses, but they're all to the best of the best in the division. But even a lot of her wins are really close fights. You know, she goes back. It's like with most girls, usually it's just like back and forth.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, you make some good points. I agree. It's gonna be a good fight.
Points too. Like Ladd's key to or path to victory is to get this fight to the mat, and then that's like. I can totally see Ladd winning if that's the case. Yeah,
that would be the only thing that worries me, especially like I said, Pennington short notice. If she defends a couple takedowns and stuff, and, a lot of grappling, because like you said, Aspen Ladd, she's a big girl, dude. She has trouble making that weight, and she's super aggressive. And but full camp, I would probably take Pennington. But it's all gonna go on that wrestling. So
true.
But man. So.
I would say I got another bet on this one. I did have it going over 2.5 rounds, I think.
Yeah, I like that. I really do like that. That might be.
I don't remember what it was though. I got to like all these parlays. I can't remember.
That's this week so far. I've just kept it simple, man, because I've been noticing too. Like for my first 6 months, 5 months of doing the show, I would do 5 bets a week. That was my system. Do 5 bets.
Yeah, I would do it too.
Yeah, do 5 bets, try to win 3. I'd be happy if I win 3 and win $100 a week because I'm not greedy. And I just went, if you win $100 a week and you do that for years, you're doing good, right?
Yeah.
And then like this year, just on these last pay-per-view or last cards and stuff, man, I've been having and I know we went and watched that one live, so I wanted to have a couple more bets, but I've been having 7 and 8. And I just can't do it because I feel like a lot of it's just gambling and maybe even doing it for the show and stuff like that. So I'm just going to get back to just doing it and picking my 4 or 5 just bets that I really, really like. And then still kind of expect to lose 2 of them, but I just want to win 3 out of 5. And then when you get the extra, the fourth or the fifth, and I'm going back to more of my straight bets. I know a lot of these cards lately have been chalky as hell, so you've had to put together like parlays, but
yeah,
I'm going to just go back to even where if this guy's minus 190, I'll just put 190 to win 100 because I've been doing more parlays.
Easiest way to win is those straight bets.
Yeah, and I say that I got a 4-fight parlay on the next fight card already put in, man.
Oh, the next fight card? You already have one?
Yeah, there's 4 fights. I really think all 4 the big favorites. I mean, but I think all 4 of them.
Lines to move a little bit for next week, but
to drop down a little bit.
Yeah, because I'm just waiting, but they're not, and I'm like, I might have to like do 3 fighter parlays, and I like to keep it at 2 personally, unless it's like the 3 fighter parlay of this week
tonight. Yeah, this week. Yep, Lay said Rocky
jump on that.
Yeah. Lay said Rocky gonna snap a jab. Let's go.
Yeah,
Mark. I mean, like I said, I don't have a bet on it. I don't have a bet on it, and you and my boys, Lay's on her, everybody's on her, man. I'm gonna root for you guys. I'm gonna root for Pennington because, like I said, I don't have a bet on it. I just short notice, the little things add up. But like I see why. I mean, like, because honestly, Pennington on full camp, I'm taking Pennington all day. Pennington's a tough girl. She's only lost to Amanda Nunes, Jermaine Granby, like the toughest of the tough.
And she's looked really good in her last like 3 fights too, like dominant.
Yeah, because she's not fighting Nunes. I'm over and
That's
over.
True too. Yeah.
But no, yeah, man, I'm rooting for you guys because, like I said, I got 5 bets this week, and I don't think I'm gonna end up making it to the casino. I want to, but I don't know if I will. But Real News said that's what I'm thinking. If it weren't for trying to win that shit on Tapology, I'd be skipping a lot of fights. I'm gonna get into making a few picks and putting them out there again. Yeah, that's what I'll come check them out, man. I'll definitely come check them out. Yeah, he's about better said blood money. Yeah, because it's just like, and then like, man, I watch so much tape and all that, and you think you see something on all this stuff, and it's like most of my bets, a lot of them, I'm putting a lot of them in before I've watched a ton of tape on stuff. Like, I mean, because I've already watched the tape, I've already watched these fighters, and when I see them, I'm trying like with Pierre Rodriguez, and I'm trying to beat the line. But sometimes it don't work, sometimes it goes the other way, but. And then sometimes it don't even matter, man. I had freaking Mike Grundy at minus 130, dude. That guy got the minus 220. Came out and gave him that.
I saw like 3 different bets on that fight that I wanted to do, and I didn't do any of them, and I got lucky because all 3 of them would have lost.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I missed the line on Grundy because every UK fighter skyrocketed right away, and I'm like, I don't want to take Grundy at minus 200.
That's so sad.
I liked him at minus 140. I would have took that all day.
Right, and lost. Yeah. That's what you're super good at, man. Like I said, I always watch all your shows, obviously, and stuff, and talk with you. But yeah, man, you make the good bets, and you wait for the right lines, like the ones that are dropping. I usually get the ones that are going up, and when to bet the other side that's coming down, which is even better. Or just as good as long as you're hitting it. He said in Grundy, he pulled a Grundy, man, like off a freaking Kingpin. Pulled a Monday, man. All right, man. We'll get to fight number 9. Is in the men's middleweight division. We got Josh Friend.
Munson.
Munson.
I was trying to think of it. I'm like, wait, I know that.
You got Munson. All right, men's middleweight division. We got Josh Friend versus Anthony Hernandez.
All right.
You know which one's starting this one?
I could do this one. I'm probably out on the island on this one, but I picked Josh Frem to win this one.
Okay.
I think this is going to be a really fun fight, actually. Josh Frem's pretty good on the regional scene. I know he lost to Gregory Rodriguez, and that's no shame one bit on the regional scene because I think Rodriguez is pretty good. But I think he's going to have the better striking. For grappling, I would give it to Hernandez, but I think they're going to keep this fight. I think Frem's going to keep this fight standing, and that's going to be his best path to victory for me. He does have power in his hands, and I know Hernandez has been knocked out, not maybe knocked out, but hurt with body shots
a lot,
a couple times. Yeah. And he could take a punch in the face, but man, if you touch his body, it's almost game over. So
I think that's why they call him Fluffy or something. Because they must know in the gym that he cannot take a body shot.
Yeah, so that's a little that's kind of a pretty big red flag for me. That's weird because you don't usually see that. But
him and Donald Cerrone and Matt Brown come to mind. Like them dudes could never take a body shot. Like they could not take a body shot. you punch them in the head as many times as you want, but they're like taller, skinnier.
Yeah. So another thing too is Fremd is I think he's like 4 inches taller too. So if he can maybe touch up the body a bit and like get him ducking down, you know, like getting crutching down because it hurts, he can maybe wrap up a submission because he has really good submissions too, like rear naked chokes and anything like that. And I know, like I said, Hernandez is going to have the better submissions and grappling, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get him down and to do that stuff. Like, I think it's going to be more of a stand-up striking match here. And if that's the case, I like Fremd to get the upset here. But I mean, if you saw Hernandez beat, forgot his name, the Brazilian.
Rodolfo Vieira.
Yeah. Like, I mean, he just out cardioed him and stayed alive and just won. I mean, that's awesome. But and I know Fremd is taking this fight on short notice, so he could potentially do this again. But I think it's going to be an early stoppage here. I think Fremd can catch him and maybe late in the first round.
Yeah, man. When I was watching this, when I watched tape and all that, I was going back and forth. The only thing is that short notice thing that I don't like.
Yeah.
But Josh Fremd is good, dude. If you watch him, like you said, his only real loss lately and recently was to Gregory Rodriguez, which is super tough. Gregory Rodriguez is a beast.
That's a great
Fremd. He's gonna. I think the only thing I don't like about him is he's got 2 losses to Thomas Gifford. I'm pretty sure it's Thomas Gifford. I think that was Fremd, which is terrible because that dude is terrible. I think he's got a couple submission losses. But he's got good wrestling. Like he's a Division I wrestler, so he's gonna have the wrestling. If this goes to the ground, he's gonna be the one taking it there. I'm with you on Fremd seems to have the better striking and stuff, and but he's been submitted. That's his only problem. That's the only thing that I don't like. And Hernandez is super opportunistic with his submissions, like snatching up the anaconda on Johnny Park.
Yeah,
but just because of the short notice, super short notice, I don't know what shape he's in. I didn't bet on this fight, but I'm taking Anthony Hernandez by second round sub. I think the first round is going to be real chaotic. A lot of scrambles, a lot of crazy stuff like Anthony Hernandez likes to get in. And then Fremd being on short notice, man, I just don't like that again, especially against somebody like Hernandez who does seem to have really good gas tank. But like you said, man, dude, Anthony Hernandez could easily get finished in that first round. He has like Kevin Holland hit him with that knee to the body, dropped him 27 seconds, finished him. When he got choked out by Marcus Perez, he got hurt to the body right before that. And it's like you said, they wrestled around a little bit. Perez and kind of choked him, but it was after him getting hurt to the body. And then even against Johnny Park, he got hurt to the body. So I mean, Josh Fremd definitely is long. He's got good kicks. He's got really nice body leg kicks. I had that wrote down. Good wrestling.
He's got good power too. He knocks some people out too.
Yeah, great finisher with striking and submission. So man, it says he can be hittable but super durable. But I'm gonna take Hernandez. I'm not betting him. I don't have a
fight, but
if this was another full camp fight for Fremd, I think Fremd might be the better fighter here. He has better wrestling, better striking, so he's going to be able to keep it standing if he wants to. But I hope he doesn't. If he gasses out and takes a sloppy shot, any of that, Hernandez is going to choke him out. So give me Hernandez the second round sub, but I'm not betting it. I can't fight anybody taking Fremd at all. Like I was 50-50, so.
Yeah, and honestly, like you said, I think Fremd is the better fighter. But on the short notice, like it's going to even things out here. So that's why it's a close fight. I think it's going to be. But on full camp, like you said, I would pick Fremd here, and he might even be like a favorite.
Right. Yeah. We got in the crowd. We got in the comments. We got Bout Better. He said he's a big fan of UFC Gambling Addicts. My favorite channel there is
because he's awesome.
That's the best channel, dude. That's pretty much what started me on this was Lay's channel. Like I always listened to him just to get picks and stuff, but I feel bad because back then I didn't know anything about YouTube and stuff. I don't even know if I had a name. I might have had my name, but I never liked and commented on stuff because usually I was listening to him on the way to work and stuff. But yeah, man. Like I said, he's about that. That's why this chat's awesome, man. People get to talk and meet some people too. Everybody's got pretty good chats. About better things. I've been seeing some of your breakdowns. That's awesome. That's pretty respectful right there. And I would like comments on my stuff. I'm like, hell yeah, man. Mm-hmm. He said, hope you're wrong on Alexia though, bro.
Don't get me started already, man. can't.
What? Yeah.
Can't. That guy's a trash can, man.
Yeah. Oh, Bandera. Dude, either. Yeah.
He's such a trash can.
Oh, trash panda. Huh? Okay, so we're almost getting up to our way. You know what? We can get to
you want to
because
do
that. Yeah, I had that. I actually forgot it in my breakdown because I had their stuff wrote down on another notebook, and I took them out, and then I freaking forgot it. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll do the men's heavyweight. Jared Bandera versus Alexia Olynyk. You want me to start off? I can never remember.
You can go because
look at Johnny. Look at Johnny's hype. Hey, I'm gonna let you start. He's like, yeah, you got.
Well, I'm picking the old guy, and I think he's gonna get his 60th win. And you know what? This might be his last fight if he wins. I mean, I would do it too if I was him. But man, I just can't back Bandera, man. He is such a trash can. Like, he's so slow. His striking it's not even that great and super slow. You can see it coming a mile away. He is durable unless he's on the ground, and like his cardio can last all 3 rounds. That's if he doesn't get finished before that. But man, I can see Olynyk getting a easy takedown in early and then just finishing it right after that, because Olynyk has about a round and a half of good gas in him, and then he'll taper off pretty hard, but he could stay alive on the feet. And that's the funny thing about this fight for me too, is if it does stay on the feet, Olynyk's striking compared to Bandera, I think it's still a little bit better than Bandera's. Like, he can hold his own. Like, if you go back to the Spivak fight, he did pretty good in striking I think he got taken down a couple times, but he did pretty good against Spivak. And I know Spivak's not the greatest striker, but he's better than Bandera striking. So I just can't back Bandera. I'm not going to make a bet on this fight. I'm going to just go straight up fanboy this fight and just root for Olynyk, man. It's 60th win. That's insane.
I'm with you. I want Olynyk to win. Bandera's coming in on short notice, and Bandera is a trash can. But and he's not even that. He got like a bad manager. And I'm not even talking shit, because he just takes all these short notice fights against like total badasses, dude. Like he took that Romanov fight. Like the thing is that a lot of people too don't know about Bandera, and this is what's making me gonna go with Bandera, right? I'm not betting it, but Bandera has a black belt in jiu-jitsu, right? So he's got good jiu-jitsu. Like, you see him on the ground in his fights that he's losing was to Romanov and Spivak. They ground and pounded the shit out of him, right? But he was doing good at like getting decent positions. I was even a little worried in that Romanov fight at the end, because Romanov was beating shit out of him, but you could tell Romanov was slowing down from having to hold him down. And then he just got him in the one last spot and finished Bandera. But Bandera's got decent takedown defense, and Alexia Olynyk doesn't have great wrestling. Like, you seen against like Sergey Spivak, he was able to get him down in the first round, but he kind of like, they threw some punches, got a clinch, and he drug him down from like his back. Like, it was weird. Mm-hmm. But I just think that even if Olynyk gets him down, I don't know if he's going to be able to submit Bandera. He's not a ground and pound guy himself. So I think Bandera will be able to survive that first round, even if Olynyk can get him down. And then even Bandera coming in on short notice, the dude's probably always training, because heavyweights always pull out, and he's always got pretty good cardio. So I think that after that, he's either going to be able to beat him up, standing up, or he's just going to be able to kind of like he did against Andre Arlovski, and just get some grappling time against the cage. A boring fight, because Olynyk really is like first round sub here, and he can. Olynyk is kind of like first round or bust, in my opinion. And I think Bandera is going to be, even though as much as like I don't like his style and I'll fade him in most fights, I picked Arlovski went big. I just think that he's going to be able to outlast him. And I don't want to. I'm a rooter for Olynyk. But as far as like telling somebody how to bet, I would probably bet Bandera, but I'm staying away from it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't have a bet on this fight. I'm just gonna root for Olynyk here.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Like, everybody has those fighters, like you fade and you'll fade to the end of time, and Bandera is just one of them.
Right.
I mean, like, Ben Rothwell was cut before Jared Bandera, and I'm like, Rothwell would destroy Bandera. Like, that's insane to me.
Right. Bandera versus Chase Sherman. Chase Sherman is the heavyweight I fade. I fade him.
That's another one to fade like all the time too. But that would be a good trash can fight just to see who's the bigger trash can.
Yeah. It says real MMA news. If Olynyk wins by sub, he will have 7 subs in the light heavyweight division. Yeah, like Lay was saying, Jared, save your job and career. You can do it, man. Because I see Lay on his Discord, which everybody should go check out Lay's Discord too, man. He has a lot of smart people in there giving a lot of tips, and a lot of them watch tape, have their own shows and everything. So definitely go check out that Discord. But I seen in there today. Plus, you get his picks, and Lay's picks this week are freaking good. I like every pick he's got in. So go check his out, his Patreon.
Except Jared Bandera.
What's that?
Except Jared Bandera.
He said, I feel that. Yeah. No. He said, if it hits the mat, Jared is black.
That's right. See? Ezekiel choke. It's all you need right there.
That Ezekiel is tough. That's a crazy choke that he does. He said, that's a dope stat. Looking for volume, Bandera. Like he had a Tafa fight. Yeah, if it stays standing, dude, Olynyk just throws them heavy haymakers at you, trying to get into the clinch, and which works, like you said, most time that first round, but then that dude, by the second, he's not getting the takedowns. And he's, 56 years old. I know he's Russian. It says he's like 47 or whatever. Boy.
He's 44 years old.
That dude was in World War II, bro. There ain't no way. he was definitely. He said, I parlayed Olynyk. Yeah, I can't blame nobody. Because it's still
hey, I like it. Let's go.
Is anybody a favorite yet, or is it still a pick-em?
I think it's still a pick-em. Like, it keeps going back and forth. But, if it gets crazy, like, if he gets to, like, plus 125, 130 by fight time, I might even throw it. I throw a unit down. I have to.
Right. Dirty Raps 22's in here. What's up? Yeah. No, I'm with you. Yeah, on that. So not sure this version of Rothwell they cut could destroy anybody. Yeah,
destroy Bandera.
Yeah. That's dude. What was the last fight? I put a bunch of money on Rothwell versus.
Was it Barrett?
No, the dude from Brazil, Marcos Rogério.
Yeah. I did too.
Dude, he got
rocked.
He just went, Lay, my number one capper. Yeah, Lay's the man, dude. Appreciate you, Cody, my bro. Anytime, Lay, man. I appreciate you coming in here and hanging out with us. I don't never see Lay in any lives and stuff too much. He's a pouring man, though. That's right. Go check out his bets. I
love it.
Bob Better said, I bet my picks.
I bet my picks. I don't go rogue and say I like this guy and then go the other way. Like, I think that's really weird if people do that.
Yes, okay. Lay, Dirty Reg is on right here to go. Come on with the AI, Lay, man. That's the best show. Everybody wants it. I know.
Yeah, give me the alien. Give me the alien.
Favorite shows. Yeah, it was the AI. Everybody's always wanting the AI from Lay. I get that, man. Delima, yeah.
Delima, yeah.
Thanks, yeah. So, man, like I said, I can't bet this fight, but
I can't either. And even the Olynyk sub prop, I don't even think it's that great. I think it's like plus 165 or 175, something like that.
Right, but
if it was like plus 300, I would throw a half a unit on it at least.
Yeah, and that Ezekiel choke ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. And there might be a black belt, but maybe not as good a one as.
Well, and who trains for defense for Ezekiel chokes? Like, probably nobody, especially heavyweights. No way.
That's especially when the guy's on his back doing it. You got the guy mounted and he hits you into submission. It's terrible. Like I said, the alien. He's got the alien signs. I hope we get it, boys.
Oh shit!
This week or next, hopefully. All right, man, we'll move on to fight number 10. This is another interesting one. We got the women's strawweight division. We got Mackenzie Dern versus Tecia Torres. This is going to be a really good fight. Obviously, it's a fight of two different styles. You got striking versus grappling. Mackenzie Dern has the best female grappling I've probably seen of any girl, dude. When she gets a girl on the ground, they're not getting up. Even though Rodriguez was probably the only girl I've seen really survive with her grade on the ground like that for a whole round. Mackenzie Dern's jiu-jitsu so good. Like, she's a pit bull, dude. Like I said with P and Gary earlier, she's always got her head right in the right position, and she's just always like head to your chest, head to your chin, and moving, advancing. she's so good on the ground and she's so terrible with wrestling. Like her wrestling is terrible. So that really hurts her. Her striking's improving. She's got her boxing's getting better. Her kicks, not so much. They're still not that good. But she throws a nice little double triple jab, the overhand right that I've seen her actually stun some girls with and hurt some girls. So that's decent. But man, she's obviously she can't get the takedowns usually with just straight wrestling. Like her wrestling's terrible, but she does some unorthodox things, like how she got Marina Rodriguez to the ground was like weird throw, but she didn't even throw her. They kind of like fell, but she just like tried to grab an arm, anything take to the ground, and that's good. And like Tisha Torres, she's got a good grappling. She's got good wrestling herself. She's got good defensive wrestling up against the cage and everything. She's small. She's gonna be littler here. She's super fast. The only thing that scares me about her is that I watched her get taken down by Angela Hill and like once or twice, and I watched Bjorn Van Buren get her down once or twice. Now she hopped right back up. There was no control time or nothing like that. The only thing that worries me is like Mackenzie Dern. If she gets you down one time, you might not get back up. Now I know she doesn't have the same level of wrestling as Van Buren or even Hill. I mean, Hill wasn't a wrestler, but she's been around for so long. Her wrestling's improved a ton. So I don't think she has that good of wrestling, but it's gonna be scary. Tisha Torres, man, her striking and movement is so good. The tiny tornado, she's so fast. Her kick, that's another thing that worries me too, because I'm picking Tisha Torres, but she throws a ton of kicks. That's really what worries me off of like wanting to bet her huge, because she throws it. That's a big part of her game, and that's a good way to get taken down. You know what I mean? So I think she's not going to be able to just be out here throwing all these kicks she usually throws. That when she gets taken down, she can hop right back up. So I'm going to take Tisha Torres. I think she'll be able to stop the takedowns. I know she pretty much will be able to stop the takedowns, but she's just got to stay out of the weird clinch exchanges and the weird anyway, like Randa Marcos. Like Mackenzie Dern throws a kick, spins to the ground, and Randa Marcos jumps on top of her. She's choked out, 30 seconds later. Have good fight IQ, stop the takedowns, don't get no weird takedowns. She's going to piece up Mackenzie Dern. It's going to go out 3 rounds. I don't think she finishes her because, like I said, a lot of Torres's game is head kicks, body kicks, leg kicks. She can't be throwing them like she usually does until maybe in the third or something. When Mackenzie slows down, she's beat her up pretty good, and she knows she's not going to get tapped out. But yeah, man, with Torres having as good an offensive and defensive wrestling as she has, having the get-up game, the experience, the striking she has. She's never been finished in 18 fights either. Going all the way back to the amateur, she is even more. So give me Tisha Torres by decision. Who do you got?
Yeah, I got the same thing. I got Torres by decision here. I think she's just going to be too quick for Dern. Her striking is going to be too quick. Just moving around the cage, as long as she stays on the outside, and she's going to be like twice as fast as Dern. And Dern's not, I don't even think Dern's striking is going to be able to touch Torres, to be honest, unless like she can just grab her when like Torres comes in at the right time and maybe get a takedown. Other than that, like you said, Dern's striking is improving. I still don't think it's that great, but Torres' striking is like one of the best in the division.
She's
savage. She's so fast. She doesn't have the finishing power though, unfortunately, but man, I just see her like ducking in, like getting a 1-2 combo and then jumping right back out. And just real quick, like 1-2s and a kick, maybe like a low kick. And that's going to be the whole fight. I don't see Dern being able to take her down one bit. She's going to be too slow. And I'm just not, Dern's grappling is so good. Like, don't get me wrong. And like, it's so tempting to take Dern because all she needs to do is get this fight to the mat. It's over, but she can't do it. And it frustrates me every time because I pick her or I'll bet her and she doesn't do it. I didn't bet her against Rodriguez, but I was scared for that 2 minutes that she was on the ground though, because I thought it was over. I'm like, yep, there goes my bet.
She's a dog. Yeah. Luckily Rodriguez probably been doing jiu-jitsu her whole life too. So
yep. Man. But like you said, Torres's kicks will scare me. I just hope she doesn't go for too many high kicks. Just keep them on a calf kicks only. Like, just because Dern won't be able to reach down. She's not quick enough to do that.
Right. Yeah.
She's just too strong. Or not too strong. She's too fast for Dern. So she's not going to be able to catch the kicks unless it's like right in the body or like up high. That's it.
Another good thing is these girls are little and they're in the big cage. They're not at the apex. It's down.
Yeah. So that's going to be huge for Torres.
Yes. Cause she she's not gonna. I don't see her get back up against the cage, but
no, she won't, because she's gonna be too quick. She's not gonna. Jaren won't be able to like round her up against the cage. I just don't think there's just no way.
Right.
I can't see it. I mean,
I hope not. Yeah.
I mean, I got to bet Torres on by decision. But if you like Dern, I mean, obviously Dern by submission is the way to go. Like those are the two bets for this fight.
100%. What'd you get Torres that decision by?
Yep.
What'd you get that line at?
Well, I got that at plus 150.
Oh, nice, man. That's
so,
yeah. Because
I saw it at plus 160 after I did it, but I think that's about where you can find it.
Yeah,
so if you like Torres, I think that's the bet. If you like Dern, do it by submission. That's the bet. Like those are the two outcomes that's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Them are definitely two good bets. Yeah, because it's going one way or the other.
Yeah, I can't see anything else happening. Like those are the only two outcomes that's going to happen.
And we'll know pretty much by the end of that first round, which if
Torres can survive the first round without getting taken down, because I know Dern's going to try to go for takedowns right away. And if she doesn't get one in like 2 or 3 tries, she kind of stops. You know, you ever see that? Like she's like, oh, I'm done. I'm going to try to strike because I can't do it. Like she gives up. But she needs to keep going and going and going. But she just doesn't have that she doesn't have that technique yet. Like she needs, I think she's worrying about her striking more so than than her wrestling, which she should be working on wrestling first and then striking.
Yeah. Try to get that'd be good to get it to get the fight to where you're best at it. You got to train. Yeah, I'm with you on that because if her wrestling got top notch, then
she'd be top 3 division for sure.
Her jiu-jitsu so good. Lay said the alien went back to his planet recently, bro. Mike said Mac Dern is gonna fight smart and win us some cash. Better said no. My boy Dirty Reg said as much as I like Dern, she'll fade for sure. I just think she'll get some top control and win this fight. That's definitely possible. FA from Any Action Sportscast, he said I favor the ground game in this fight. And plus money on the submission. I'm taking Mackenzie Dern via submission.
Yeah, that's the way to do it if you like Dern.
Yeah, about better. I'm calling Space Force on UFC Gambling Addicts. Let's see. He said I don't like the Dirty Red said I don't like the pop on Torres shots.
He doesn't have the finishing power.
Yeah, Max Heine is better, so she's winning. I don't know. That's debatable.
I don't know. Torres is a little
tornado.
Yeah.
Pennington will fight you for that remark, Mike.
Shots for me.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah. Torres be too small, but she's been small.
It's so quick. It's so quick.
He said, "I'm on Dern." Everybody
loves Dern. I get it. I totally get it. Like she sets the trap for you. Like it's there. Like, you can just go in there. The bait's there. You just get it. But man, if I've been burned too many times by her, I can't do it.
Fight ready Dern would be
unless she shows me this fight that she worked on her wrestling, then I might be more willing to. Then I can't.
Is she at fight ready, or is he like you saying real news MMA? Like if she went there, he's like, ready to spot right now, man.
We'll look. She's at. It says Black House MMA.
Oh, okay. I know she. What's the one coach? She's been training with for her striking. I don't remember. But yeah, let's get to fight number 11. In the men's welterweight division, we got Gilbert Burns versus Khamzat Chimaev. I'll start this one off, man. I got Chimaev. I think it's going to look a lot. I mean, obviously, we know about these guys. Burns, world-class jiu-jitsu, really good wrestling, really good power striking. You've seen him hitting Usman. Was able to rack Usman. He's well-rounded. I mean, the dude's good. He's just small for the division. He's 5'10" with a 71-inch reach, where Khamzat's 6'2" with the 75. Khamzat's huge, so he's going to have 4 inches height and 4 inches reach, about the same like Usman. Burns overhand right, powerful overhand right, really fast hands and kicks. Great cardio, but a suspect chin. And Khamzat, we've seen him, great wrestling, great BJJ, awesome ground and pound, great striking. You've seen him knock out Gerard Mershaw. The first shot he really threw and hit him. Really straight punches. The uppercut, he knocked the one Russian dude out that he was having a really good fight with early in his career. And that Russian's really, really good. He's still got a good record on winning after that. Knocked him out cold with one punch with the uppercut. These aren't even shots you got to follow him up with. I mean, he's putting him out cold. He's going to use his wrestling, I think, in reverse, same as the Usman fight. Be smart, use your wrestling in reverse, keep it standing, and then touch Gilbert's chin and knock him out. I feel like that's the way to do it. I feel like he could probably take him down and maybe hang with Burns, but what's the point? You know what I mean? That's Burns' age, weight. Like, you even see Usman. Even when Usman got rocked, he didn't even shoot in. And then when Burns shot in, Usman sprawled, denied it. Burns went on his back. Usman didn't go on top. He was just punching him in the stomach, hitting him in the legs, because obviously he knows how dangerous Burns is. So I'm expecting him to come out to play it safe, use some fight IQ, and get the first round KO, maybe second round KO by striking. I have a bet on Kamzat 2.5 units to win 0.7. I had him in another parlay with Mavov versus Gastelum that fell off, so it's just a straight bet on Kamzat. We got done.
No, I got the same thing. I like Chimaev here a lot. I think earlier in the week, I think out of the big three fights here, this was my most worrisome fight. But as the week went on, like, I'm thinking about it more. I'm like, man, Chimaev, like, he has a clear path to victory, and it's keep the fight standing, and he's gonna win. I mean, Usman knocked out Burns with a jab, and Usman's striking is coming along. It's really good. He's strong, but man, Chimaev's striking is so much better than Usman's right now. And what do you think he's going to be able to do to Burns? Like, if he hits a jab like that, like, he's out cold instead of just stunned. You know what I mean? Right. So I don't see him wrestling Burns unless Burns goes for the wrestling takedowns. Like, but I think Chimaev's so strong, though. He can actually reverse it and maybe get him on the ground. But I don't know if he wants to do that. Like you said, like, there's such a clear path to victory here. And Chimaev's fight IQ is like through the roof. Like, he's going to keep the fight standing because he'll strike the grappler wrestler and he'll wrestle the striker.
Yeah, that's what he did against Mearshart. You could tell he wasn't trying to wrestle against, because every other fight that he's had, recent key, everybody, he shot in within like the first 5 seconds.
Yeah. And then with the Ling Yang fight, I forgot his name.
Shot in within 5, but with Mearshart,
and he just destroyed him on the mat. Like, he knows how to win the fight.
Another thing,
that's just the best thing that you want in a fighter. Like, you know the clear path to victory, how to win a fight, and he's one of the guys that does it. If he has to strike, he'll strike. If he has to wrestle or grapple, he will.
Another thing is, I follow him on Instagram and watch a lot of his stuff, and he was just out there training at Tiger Muay Thai.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
And that's insane to me, because
that's kind of showing you what he's
working on his striking, and
exactly.
Like, so there's tons of great strikers that come out of that camp, or gym. So
no, I
like Chimaev here.
Imavov as to beat Gastelum in the parlay. I had Imavov.
I did too. I had actually what I can't remember what it was. It was Imavov and maybe Duplessis.
Yeah, that would be a good
one.
And
that one got completely voided out. Yeah. And then I tried Duplessis and Pennington, and then that one got voided out again. Duplessis, I'm like, I can't win with this guy, so
just gonna stop.
Yeah, Chimaev should. I think he's gonna look pretty good. Like, that's just my, like, I don't know. That's what I think is gonna happen here.
I'm with you.
He's gonna win in, like, dominating fashion, I think.
He should. I mean, the thing is, though, is he better not underestimate Burns.
Yeah, and that's the one thing to worry about.
Usman come out, do that, and Burns had Usman rocked within the first 40 seconds of that fight. Right. I mean, he went down for a second, because I on Usman, I'm like, oh no, and then he wasn't even trying to freaking clinch or nothing, and Burns was teeing off on Usman, but yeah, man, I got Kamzat.
Yeah, and I got a bet. I got the 3-fighter parlay, the big 3 parlay, and then I also got Chimaev by KO for like plus 165.
Okay, yeah, that's why you go to Johnny. He's got them good picks, man, because that's the way to bet it, because like that's what we came up fully, that he's going to keep it standing and knock him out. I
mean, you got to look for those fights where there's only one path to victory for that fighter, and you think they're going to win. So right. I mean, Chimaev's easiest path to victory.
Not only that, but if it does go to the ground, he's not choking out Burns. He's going to have to TKO him. So
exactly.
That's a perfect, man. If I went back to the casino, that'd be the one I'd run with. That's a well thought out.
I mean, if you can get that at plus money, which you definitely can right now, that's the prop bet to make. It should be the prop bet of the week.
Yeah, if you're feeling Chimaev, definitely. I wanted Madsen in my wealth, and I wanted Madsen Rodriguez. Exactly, man. It's this, man. And then next week, I had a couple of parlays, like just one with Muniz, and that fight got canceled. Briar Hall, and that hurt me because I didn't have good odds and everything. My daddy, his name Gilbert. Good name. Good name. I like the name Gilbert, man. Strong name. That's just I love Gilbert Burns, dude. Like, I like him as a person.
He's really good.
He just sucks he's fighting Chimaev, but I really do. Burns is a beast. But Chimaev, it's like the Tom Aspinall thing. You always bet that guy. Plus, in my opinion, Chimaev is going to be the 185-pound champ, right?
Yeah.
So I think he's going to be the 185-pound champ. I got to assume, like Conor McGregor did at 145, he's going to run through these guys because he's so much bigger. He's a huge dude. He couldn't even make weight last time. Remember, he needed the belt. So, I just feel like even Kamaru Usman, not to say he's going to run through him, but he's going to be the first mofo that's fighting Usman that's bigger than Usman, because Usman's a weight class bully, dude. That dude is fucking huge. He's huge. You see Colby Covington's pretty big, and he's way bigger than them. Mm-hmm. He's the same size as Chimaev, basically. But yeah, man. Let's get to the next one, the co-main event. Got about 20 minutes, about 15 minutes, 18, about 20. Men's bantamweight division, we got Aljamain Sterling and Piotr. Okay, yeah. I've said it 100 different ways, and I'll probably never say it right. Yeah.
My wife taught me how to say it.
It's Piotr.
Piotr, yeah.
Okay, I like that.
That's how you say it, like with a Russian.
And you said your wife's Russian, right?
No, she's Serbian. Okay. But I mean, it's pretty close.
So she would be close, no more than us, definitely.
Yeah.
All right.
But, I can start this if you want.
Yes, sir.
All right. I got Jan here. I mean, surprise, everybody. I think this is going to be a pretty close fight, though. I'll be honest. Going back to the last fight, the illegal knee, like Sterling looked pretty decent early on. He was pushing a really high pace, and I think that did kind of bite him in the ass, if you want to say. So I don't think he's going to do that this fight, but I just don't know how Sterling's going to win unless it's going to be like an early submission, maybe stun him in like a club and sub. Right. But man, because Jan always takes the first round off a little bit. He likes to get his reads. He takes his time. And then after the first round, he just goes to town. He knows what to do. He knows how to attack you. And if you go back to the other fight, that's what he did. And he was dominating that fight until that illegal knee. But I just see more of the same happening here. And maybe Sterling tries something different here, but I don't think it's going to help because Jan's one of the best fighters in the UFC. Not just bantamweight, all of UFC. I think his fighting IQ is through the roof, striking, wrestling, everything is super good. It's just hard for me to pick Sterling. He's a live dog. Don't get me wrong. He's good in that division. He's elite. He's maybe top 3 for sure. But man, Jan's on a different level. And I just think in the end, it's going to be a good close fight. It's going to go back and forth a little bit more. I don't think Sterling's going to gas out as much as he did in the first round. I do see Jan winning this by decision. I can maybe see like a late round finish, but I got him by decision here. Maybe I want to say 49-46, but it's going to look closer than 49-46 though.
Right. Yeah. I agree with all that. Aljamain Sterling's great. You seen? I mean, he looks like he's in great shape too. I mean, he looks like he's super strong. He had his neck surgery and all that. In the first fight, in the first round, he came out so fast, was throwing so many kicks. I mean, he was touching Petroyan up a little bit, hit him with a little flying knee. Was able to land the first takedown he shot too, which was pretty impressive. But Pietro was able to get up pretty quick because he's just so strong. He's got great technique. He's got great wrestling. He's well-rounded. Like you said, man, this dude's like a little John Jones to me. I don't see him losing to anybody. He's so tough. He's so mentally tough. He's so physically tough. He hits so hard. His boxing is so crisp. Everything. You can tell this dude was built.
Anything you say, it's not bad. It's always really good. It might not be amazing, but everything he has is really good. Like his wrestling is really good. His BJJ is really good. He doesn't. He may not use it, but he has it in his back pocket.
Right. You seen in the Aljamain Sterling fight, I think at the end, even in a loss, because I had him on DraftKings, he had like 70 or 80 points. He had like 7 takedowns himself.
Yeah,
just basically reversals. When Aljamain would try to take him down, he'd reverse it, slam him. Yeah, man, that first round was a little, you know, it was back and forth and probably maybe even Aljamain. Well, actually, he dropped Aljamain in that first round too, so I think he got it back. He hit him with that straight right. But yeah, man, I see, like you said, maybe 49, 46. Aljamain looks good in shape. His only path to victory is a crazy TKO knockout or a submission, and obviously it'd probably be submission. I don't think, you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be no just butt whooping. Like, I mean, it's going to be a good fight, all 5 rounds. I expect it to go to decision. So I think that over is pretty good. But I mean, I don't know. Petra's probably going to Piotr. He's probably going to be a little more pissed this fight too. So I hope he doesn't do anything stupid. But he might want to finish after all the shit that's been going on. So yeah, man, give me Petra on. I'm going to take him by decision. I have him in a parlay. I just have a 2-fight parlay. It's my only parlay at the thing now because I had 2 other ones that had fell off. But it's just Jan and Volkanovski, which we'll get to next. I got them too. I don't know why I didn't throw Kamzat in that when I first did it. I put it in a long time ago, but then I put Kamzat with Imavov. So I think I didn't have them too.
What was that line at that you got?
I got 2.4 units to win 1.5 units, and I got
maybe like, was that minus like 150 or something?
Yeah, because I had Petra at minus 310, and then I had Volkanovski at minus 360. So I got that. I mean, I put him in like March 7th. Yeah,
it's around. I mean, I'm just doing quick math in my head. It's around like 150. I mean, that's still
2.4 paid. It's paying 1.4 basically. So it's every one's paying you 70. Every 100 or 120 is paying you 70. So it's almost half money. But yeah, man, Jan and both of them, they're in for these tough fights, but I think that pays pretty good.
I mean, I don't see a finish unless it's a late finish by Jan or an early finish by Sterling. But this fight's, I do have the over 2.5 rounds. I know it's juiced to high hell, but that was an easy leg parlay with something else I can't remember. I think I did. I'll look it up here. I don't remember.
And it doesn't matter how much it even pays, because like even some of these other ones that I had the people fall off, like when I got Kamzat, because I had him at like minus 450, and I got 250 on him in a Imavov parlay, but that fell off. So I could have cashed it out or whatever, but why not just take the free, what I think is going to be free $70, 0.7 units from Kamzat winning. So as long as it's paying, it's something. I think that's
exactly.
Better said, we all underestimated Burns. Sorry, we're behind here a little bit. Yes, but I
don't think we're underestimating Burns. I just think like we know that Chimaev is so good.
Yeah,
like, it seems like we are, but I know Burns is good. But I think Chimaev is on that other level.
Even great, but yeah, it's like Chimaev, yeah, man. Like he might, like, dude, with his attitude, cardio, everything, wrestling, striking, like he might end up being. Might be the John Jones of this.
Yeah. Exactly, he could be.
Burns is being priced like he is can. The money line is off. He has more than double the amount of pro fights. Tons of grappling bouts. Chimaev hasn't seen round 3. Money line is not accurate. I'm with MMA Fight Club. I mean,
I wouldn't touch the money line. Prop of the week is Chimaev by knockout.
Like, because that's what's scary. Like, you got the big 3 parlay, which seems like money because it's literally 3 of the best fighters in the MMA. Period.
Yeah,
they're going. But the only scary thing is all 3 of them is fighting dangerous people, fighting really, because like it's not like the like MMA Fight Club. None of these dudes are fighting cans. Aljamain Sterling's no can.
No Bandera is there.
But these dudes are so good. It's like until we see them get beat by one of these guys, you always got to bet.
That's exactly where I'm at with Chimaev. Like until I see him like in some real struggle and trouble in a fight, like I can't not bet him. Like he just seems like he's gonna steamroll. And maybe against Usman, maybe he does see a little bit of trouble, but I mean, I think he's going to be able to be okay with Burns.
If any of the big 3 would lose,
go ahead. Sorry.
Maybe the biggest one, with the weirdest one, which it might seem weird, but it could be Volkanovski. I love Volkanovski, but Korean Zombie's got knockout power. Like,
dude, I was going to say the exact same thing.
Yeah, because Burns, like, you know what I mean? He's got a little bit of knockout power. That's not what he's known for. He wants to sub you. Aljamain, same thing. A little bit of power, but can sub you. But Korean Zombie has legit, can hit you one time. And not to say this going to happen, because I love Volkanovski. He's a junkyard dog, one of the best fighters ever. But if anybody's going to shit the bed, it could be that. Because Korean Zombie, I mean, you want to talk about an underestimated line right there, because he's a legit top 3 guy. And, like, we're just, like, completely shit. But I love Volkanovski. Like, he's, to me, one of the greatest. He beat Max once, you know, 1.5 times. So.
True. I mean, it's debatable the second time. Man, it was so close. I thought Holloway won that one, but, I mean, no robbery by any means, but.
Right. I think Jan probably is the safest out of all of them. I really do, because.
Yeah, I think Jan is the safest, even though it might look the closest, if that makes any sense.
Right.
Because I don't see Jan finishing him. That's the thing. I see Chimaev finishing Burns, and I can see Volkanovski finishing Zombie before Jan finishing Sterling, if that makes sense. But Zombie does have, for me, like I said, I thought Chimaev was going to be the scariest for me in my big three parlay, but now I'm kind of like turning it to Volkanovski. I'm like, shit, like it's going to be the last freaking fight, and I'm going to like all the money's riding on him, and I'm like, shit.
Dude, Zombie's the real deal, but Volkanovski's the real deal.
Yeah.
So, and that's just worst case scenario, because Volkanovski, I think he's, you know what I mean? He does what he does to people. He's going to be beating up Zombie. Zombie's real hittable. He's going to be beating him up for, we'll get to that, but for 3 rounds.
We can just jump right. We can jump right into it. We can just talk right now. We are talking about it.
Yeah, let's get into the main event. We got Volkanovski.
I just think Volkanovski's more well-rounded. Like, he can wrestle. He has really good leg kicks and calf kicks that can slow down Zombie early. Zombie's just he's more of a boxer. He has very good boxing, though. Very good. But he has some pretty good submissions, though. I'll give him that. But, man, Volkanovski, like, this is what I come down to with my MMA formula, if you want to say. So if Ortega can piece up Zombie, like, on the feet, and if Volkanovski can piece up Ortega, like, I mean, for me, it's like no-brainer. Volkanovski should win this fight. Like,
right.
But there's always that one thing, like we've been saying, like, Zombie's good, but maybe just was his off night against Ortega.
Dude, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to think up some crazy. We have to think up some crazy bet. What if Korean Zombie hits Volkanovski with the twister, like he did to Leonard? Guys, what if he taps him out with the twister? There ain't no way in hell.
Dude, that'd be insane. Yeah, if Ortega couldn't wrap up that submission on Volkanovski, Volkanovski's not getting submitted.
He's the junkyard dog of the highest order.
I think I was probably one of the only MMA cappers to pick Ortega that fight. I was like jumping up and down. I'm like, yes!
I was jumping up and down going, I can't fucking believe this. I can't, because dude, Volkanovski was winning that whole time. You know what I mean? It was a good fight, but it was a very good fight. And then all of a sudden, I still can't tell if he got dropped or if it was like a punch slip thing. And then, dude, and it
was kind of a combination. I think Ortega caught the leg and he kind of hit him in the face, and then with the off balance, like he didn't it wasn't a true knockdown, but it was enough force, and like he lifted the leg at the same time. He fell right away, and then like Ortega just jumped so quick, and I thought it was over. Like I just thought, like, yeah.
Even when he put him in the T-City Triangle, I'm like, oh my god, because he got out of the other one.
And then after that,
I'm like, oh no.
Dude,
man, he's a junkyard dog to the highest order. Like, I mean, like, most people go to sleep, and definitely most people tap out from that amount of guillotine. So I'm with you, man. The dude survived Max Holloway's striking, and you survived Ortega's grappling. I don't think, or Korean Zombie's showing you anything you haven't seen. But you gotta, like you said, Zombie's got some fast hands, so
you gotta respect it.
Better respect it, yeah. So yeah, man, I got Volkanovski, and like I said, I got him with the Petroyan 2.4. He missed to win 1.45 units on parlay, and I like him to win, but man, it's gonna be close, you know.
I just had that one bet on that fight just to finish off that 3-fighter parlay. I'm not putting anything else on it. I'm like I said, I'm a little scared about that fight. I'm not gonna lie. Out of the 3, that's the most I'm scared about now. At first, maybe like a week ago, it was Chimaev.
Right. That's what I was first thinking too.
What?
Once you start going over and thinking, Chimaev's gonna have good game plan and not get submitted. Don't take him down, get submitted in the first, none of that. So Yeah, man, that this is gonna be a great card, especially after coming off a week off, man. We didn't have no fights last week. We get to come right into this Savage card, dude. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yep. So hopefully dude, what I was saying earlier, I want to try sometime too and start doing some interviews with people, and I want to interview Volkanovski. I want that dude, because that would be awesome. I want to do a thing that I'm thinking about doing, because we got so many people on here that are cappers that come talk to us, and I talk to them on all their stuff, message all that. I want to do a thing maybe where like do like an hour interview with other cappers and just be like, how would you start? Or not even an hour, just an interview, like, how would you start? What got you in this, all that stuff? And because I mean, I probably know 8 or 10 of them that we could do over like, you know. So
and you know, it just takes a little bit of time. Like I mean, I would totally do it if you start.
Oh yeah, you'd definitely be one for sure. Everybody, I would get about better. We got anybody that would come on here and want to talk real news MMA, Dirty Reg. He said the fights don't always go perfect. Same. Volk also defended them.
Zombie by knockout would be the only path to victory for Zombie. He's not going to win a decision or a submission unless it's maybe a club and sub. But like we just talked about, Ortega literally had him dead to rights, and he didn't give up. So
and Ortega's one of the most legit jiu-jitsu guys in the game. So that's why he's a junk dude. He's going to fight for your money. If you bet on Volkanovski, believe you're going to get your money fought for. Same with Zombie. Minus 154, the big 3 parlay, not that good for me.
I got the big 3 parlay at like minus 115, but I bet that like
that's a good one. That's a good.
I bet that like 2 weeks ago though. Like I got it super early, and not even as early as I could have got it too.
Right. Yeah. Dirty Reg said not good for Michael Butter. Yeah. Because I mean, especially with the 3-5 parlay still.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to do the big 3 parlay, and if it's at minus 154, add in like maybe something else like that you know is going to win. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Maybe like something, maybe like an Ian Gary. If you really think Ian Gary is going to win, like that'll bring it to plus money. Something like that.
That's why I did that comms out with the Imavov, and I thought that was a good bet. Imavov looks.
I like Imavov. Like I'm pretty high on him. I think he's like a kind of a dark horse in that middleweight division.
Oh, for sure. Wrestling, striking, all that.
Really solid everywhere. He just needs to work on everything just to fine tune it a little bit better. Like because he has everything that's really good right now.
And he's a big dude. He spars with Cyril Gane all day.
No, there you go.
That's the main sparring partner, dude. So you know he's got the goods. So yeah, man, we both are picking Volkanovski.
Yep, I got him by decision, but I can see a late round finish too. But I think it's more decision.
Right. Yeah, man. After seeing Ortega hit Korean Zombie with that spinning elbow that totally wrecked his brain, I think he'll be able to survive now. But he's going to take a beating. I mean, I like his power and his real threat from Zombie, I feel like should be gone by like the 3rd. And by then, Volkanovski might even be able to take him down and beat him up. Like Volkanovski he could probably come out. I mean, even though Zombie's got good wrestling and good jiu-jitsu, you've seen against Dan Hige last fight, but you've seen I don't know, man. I think Volkanovski could take him down and beat him up. His ground and pound was sick because he threw beating on Ortega after Ortega tried to choke his head off like that, dude, and he got out. He threw him.
He was mad.
He was mad. So that's what I like Alexander. I like all of them.
Yeah, I think if Volkanovski can work his calf kicks early, I think that's going to pay huge dividends in this fight.
Right. Bob Letter said put 20 on Zombie, money line at 20 on via finish if you're a micro guy. He said, I'm on it. Despite my instinct, lines are off. Eric Miller, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, all the big 3 fights are off. Like
you guys at den.
I think more people are jumping on the MMA betting bandwagon, and they know the big names, so they're going to bet the big names. But I think now the time for all of us is like, look at the fights later on, like right when they post for next week or the follow, even like the next pay-per-view. Like sometimes they'll post fights like 2 or 3 weeks out. Like look at those lines and know the fights that you know and just do the bets then. Like don't wait until the week of because
Charlie right now. Charlie Oliveira.
That's what I've been doing this year. I've been trying to do that more this year, and it's been working out more times than not.
Yeah, dude. Some of my bets, like, dude, I'll have in from like some of these ones, like the Pierre Rodriguez from like March 8th. I put that in before I went to Reno, like the night, like so that was a month ago. And she was plus 135. But like I said, you do that, and sometimes you lose the line.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you'll take a little hit, but more times than not, it works out in your favor, especially with the favorites, like the big three. Like I did that. Like I said, I did maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and then I got it at minus 115. So
That's nice.
I mean, I know it's not the best number in the world, but it's better than 150, minus 150.
Yeah. Eric Miller is here. That's my boy.
What up, Eric?
He said, just got off work, catch you guys at the end. He has 3 quick thoughts. He says, Volkanovski will roll. I agree with that.
I hope so.
Chimaev will roll. And then he said, Jan should win. So obviously he's saying that.
He's a little worried about Jan. I think Jan will win. Will he roll? It might not look like it, but.
He said also Jung has an injured left shoulder that there's no way it's healed properly. Yeah. I
didn't know that.
No need to bet the big 3, but I'm leaving my zombie play open. That's what I'm with Miller. But man, like I forget, maybe Dirty Reg or somebody said it earlier, like we haven't seen Chimaev in the third
round.
But and
I think his cardio is there though. Like we just haven't seen it yet, and so people are just questioning it, which I get. I totally get, but he fits the profile. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
He looks like that legit fighter that has every category in the video game. It's like 9.
Right.
10.
Heart, everything.
Like everything. Like there's nothing bad about Chimaev. I mean, we haven't seen it yet. So yeah, there's gonna be speculation, but until he does, like I'm riding the train. Like I
got to.
You can't not.
This is the last one. We have to head out after this. I'm parlaying fights from the rest of the card, not using the big 3 or Ian Gary fight. Yeah, man, there's a lot of value in a lot of these fights. If you could pick them right, like say if you put, to me, I would like Torres, Vince Pichel, and even Jaren Rosenstroke. If you threw them 3 in, I mean, as a low, you know what I mean, low number stuff. Mike Malott too, I like Malott in there, but that would pay really good odds. Or if you just throw them in, if you put in Vince Pichel, which I think is going to win, and you put him in with Kamzat, or you one of them, it's going to get you pretty decent money.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it would be like Rodriguez, Rosenstroke, and we'll throw in like
That's a good one.
What's another one? Shoot, you just said it. I can't remember.
Torres.
Yeah, that'd be a great part 3. I mean, you'd be at like plus 3, 4.
Wait, I think you said Bandera.
Never. I would never say Bandera.
break the arm. I'll never say it. Like breaks like on.
I mean, if he wins, I'll be disgusted. But
all right, boys. I'm rooting for Alexia. It's a weird feeling. But,
yeah.
All right, I gotta get to work, boys. Man, I appreciate everybody stopping by. You guys are all awesome, man. You guys show up every time for us, and you're just great people. Great, and you know yourself too. We don't even like everybody in here is legit. Nobody even comes in here with no like trolling or nothing like that. We just all have some good conversations.
We're not talking about Amanda Ribas's toes or anything like that.
But we're gonna do it. I mean, we do it every week as long as everything goes good. We're gonna do it next week. We'll be on Johnny's channel. Yeah, man, it's gonna be another good show. We got another good card: Vicente Luque versus Bilal Muhammad. So we're gonna do a lot of our homework. You guys do your homework. We'll all come together and try to figure some stuff out, man. But everybody, you have a good night.
Like and subscribe, Blood Money.
Yeah, man, I need that. I want to try to get to 500.
Well, 500 so we can start posting some stuff.
Yeah. Is that when you get to...
Yeah, 500 you get community posts.
What's that mean? Or you just put that picture up?
You can just like do a random post on your feed, on people's feeds.
Hell yeah. Well, everybody, man, get me up to 500.
Yeah, get them up to 500. Come on, guys. If you haven't subscribed to Blood Money, do it now.
Right.
I said so.
And everybody, if you haven't, go to JohnnyKpicks videos, man, and go subscribe, like to hit his bell. Man, he's been killing it. So let's all kill it this week. We'll have another good show, man. Can't wait to meet up again too. We barely talked about it, but we got to meet up.
Yeah. I know we get to hang out. We had lunch or early dinner, but that's about it. I wanted to meet up with you after the fights, but my phone died and I couldn't contact anybody. I'm like, I barely knew how to get home or to the hotel. So I was like,
My girl is so tired. She's like, just get me back to my baby.
Because
she's never been.
You're pretty tired too, so it makes sense. We'll have to make up and then just go. Well, we'll meet up somewhere and we'll just hang out or something.
For sure, dude. For sure. One of these days, we're gonna do a real live show together.
That'd be cool.
Do it together, man. So, because I know I want to go up to Indianapolis here soon. I'm going to take my daughter up to that the museum. Yeah, that's supposed to be like the greatest one. So maybe we can
pretty good.
I'm out. So, but
if you're gonna go up there, then let me know. Then I'll see what's going on.
Heck yeah, man, that'd be awesome.
Like 3 hours away. It's not too bad. Or actually 2 hours. I'm sorry.
That's what it is. About 2 hours from here. So yeah, man, that's
the time change. It's 3 hours. But
you got. I always forget you're an hour behind.
We're the only like 2 counties in Indiana that's on Central Time, which doesn't make sense. But
that is super weird, especially being in Indiana.
Yep.
Well, all right, man. I appreciate everybody, both of us. We'll see you guys together next week, man, and we'll have a good time again, man.
Good luck, everybody, on their bets.
Yeah. See you guys later.
Later.
All right.